I think everybody is an artist, and I think everybody can do art through whatever they do. Whether that be cooking, whether that be your job, whether that be a relationship with your parents or your wife or husband or whatever, right? Your friends. And I came to this conclusion because I was thinking about, what's the difference between just a regular person who makes a meal and a chef, or I like to think of chefs as artists, right? Now, not all food is art, right? If I go and I cook you some chicken and I have access to all these seasonings and all these different ingredients, but I just cook the chicken as easy as possible and I give you some rice to go along with it that doesn't have any seasoning. I don't really think that's art. I think you're practically solving a problem, right? You're making that person full, giving them fuel, right? I think when it changes into art is when you think to yourself, how can I make this taste as good as possible? How can I make this dish so that the person eating it, the experience is beautiful, the experience makes their day better, the experience maybe even inspires them, right? So I like to cook, and that's kind of what made me think about it. When I make food for my wife, I really try hard to go beyond just the practicality of this is going to be good for her, whatever, right? I try to make it taste good. So when you're drawing something or you're painting something, I think you think about it the same way, right? You could just sell, the paper with a color, right? Or paint a wall, right? And that's fine, right? That's practical. But when you take it to another level and you add design into that and you add your own creative imagination and you add love into that piece, it becomes something beautiful, right? It becomes art. So I was thinking, I wish more people thought of themselves as artists, because I believe anybody can be an artist. And I believe deep down, like as a child, I think we all kind of start out artistic. And then we have to kind of conform into the mold a little bit and become, more robotic, if that makes sense, right? So what I want to encourage you guys to do is to try to be an artist in anything you can, any chance you get to be artistic. And when I mean artistic, I just mean putting your creative twist on anything with, I don't know what the right word is, but with like beauty in mind. Like, I'm gonna go, like if I'm a server at a restaurant, right? I'm gonna go take care of these people and I'm gonna show them a beautiful experience of hospitality, right? I think that's art. Like, you go over to somebody's house and, they cook dinner for you, they make you feel at home, that feeling that you get, that's beautiful. And I think that's a different type of canvas. So I'll give you another example. My mom runs a food pantry, right? And she could simply just give people the food, right? And not say anything, just be like, hey, here's your food, blah, 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 which is great in itself, right? You're feeding people. But instead, she does it with this other seasoning in there, and there's love in there, and she wants to talk to the people. She wants to figure out what other ways she can help them, and I think that's just artistry. I think that's just art. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to hear about. So I think you can be an artist in anything. Just try to go throughout the day thinking, how can I make this canvas a beautiful painting, right? And it doesn't need to be like conventional, I used to make knives, right? And that's a tool, it does a job, right? So I could keep it just bare bones and simple, like this is just made to cut things, right? Which is fine. But instead, I really enjoyed trying to put an artistic approach to everything. Whether it be the lines, whether it be the handle materials or the finish on the blade, right? I really spent a lot of time, I spent a lot of time trying my hardest to make them beautiful as well as functional, right? So I think you can do that in anything, whether that's your job and how you're treating your coworkers. Maybe if I'm sure they don't even deserve it. A lot of them, right? Your bosses probably, all of that, right? I think it makes you feel better when you let it go and you try to be an artist in that situation. Selfishly acting like that, I think, if you want to look at it selfishly, I think you benefit more than even the people that you're showing love to and that you're being creatively loving to, if that makes sense. But it makes them feel better too, right? So I think if we all tried to be artists in this world, I just think the world would be a prettier place, and I think it would be more inspirational, definitely be more beautiful. So yeah, that's my word for today. Try to be an artist in everything, not just painting or drawing or music, but try to really think about, how can I paint this beautifully today, metaphorically speaking, right? So anyways, thank you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.